So the sums of a sequence, remember that actually is what a series is. A series is when we sum all the terms in a sequence. So a bit of notation. So if we were to add, well, I've actually called it term 1 rather than A, but if we were to add the first term, the second term, and so on, up to the nth term, we know the S notation that, okay, Sn would represent that sum. The other notation we sometimes use is the sigma notation. Now, you've seen sigma used for sum, probably more commonly in statistics. Remember when you were drawing up the frequency distribution tables, and down the bottom you'd go, oh, sigma f and sigma fx, meaning the sum of all these numbers. So capital sigma is a symbol for sum. And so the general term then goes after the symbol, and then down the bottom we say where we're starting, and then up the top where we're finishing. Usually that'll be 1 to n. Doesn't have to be, so watch out for that. If it's in sigma notation, they might say go k equals 3 to 5 instead of 1 to 5. So you go, oh, well, hang on, I don't want the first two terms, I only want from terms 3 to 5 when we're doing that. So here we are, 2n plus 3, so it's an arithmetic one, because we recognise, hopefully, that that's a formula that would give us an arithmetic progression. And we're going from 1 to 5. Well, at this stage, till we look at the formulas, we'll physically work out each term and add them together, and we end up with 45 for that one. Now, they've told us that the sum to 10 terms is 29, the sum to 11 terms is 37. They want us to find the 11th term. If you think about it logically, well, hang on. The 11th term, if I know the sum to 11 and I know the sum to 10, the difference between them must be the 11th term, because I've simply added the 11th term on to get sum to 11. So I can substitute in, so the 11th term must have been 8. Using that idea then, if I want to find the general term, and they've given me a formula for the sum to n terms, well then I could say, well look, I know that the general term, or term n, would be the sum to n terms minus the sum to n minus 1 terms. Because to go from sum n minus 1 to sum n, I would add on the nth term. Let's use our formula then. So sum to n is 5n squared minus 2 minus, no, that's not absolute value. It's just for some reason the top and bottom of my brackets has been chopped off in the formatting. I don't know how that happened. Here I see an n, substitute in n minus 1, expand the whole thing out, and we end up with, there's our general term, 10n minus 5. Okay, that'll do us for theory for today.